Hi and welcome back to Wild Meadows. It has been quiet, as you might expect at this time of year, but still there's been action on my home patch here in Somerset. Let's start with what's been going on in the large nest box that's been occupied by a couple of squirrels most nights of recent weeks, and indeed during the course of the day if the weather's been inclement. That same nest box was investigated heavily this time last year by a pair of tawny owls, and the same has been going on. Take a look at this. Tawny owl peeking in through the door, and boom, I'm pretty sure it tried to land directly on the squirrel, didn't manage to grab it, didn't kill it, and within seconds the squirrel was back in the box. Crazy. And if that wasn't enough, have a look at this encounter. Squirrels going off like fireworks everywhere. Let's have a look at that again in slow-mo. All that has been a little bit too much for the tawny owls, and they've been investigating some of the other large nest boxes we have on mature trees here at Wild Meadows, including this lovely moment with both the male and the female bird investigating one of the other nest boxes just a few days ago. I adore that warbling call, made by both birds, very woody, sweet sound from the male, much more coarse from the female. So, fingers crossed, this time we are going to have tawny owls at least thinking about nesting in one of the big nest boxes. Elsewhere, otters have been regular visitors, but because the river is up and down like a yo-yo at this time of year, we've moved the camera away from staring at the river during the course of the night, and instead it's watching a pool into which I put a few fish scraps, and the otters have got used to it, providing lovely views on the live cam, very often very early in the evening, around 5 o'clock. And with these warm, soft days, even though we're in the middle of winter, with some of the other resident wildlife here, thoughts have been turning to breeding and spring, including blue tits. This bird has been roosting in this nest box throughout the winter, but recently starting to show signs of display and soliciting its mate, suggesting it really may stick to this nest box a little later in the season when it starts to build a nest. Scavenger cam, regularly visited by the buzzards, and despite us putting up an electric fence during the course of the night, a fox worked out how to jump over the single strand that we put in place, so we've had to double that up. Now, last week we posted an image and asked you for captions. We had lots of lovely responses, including this, my favourite, from Rowan. Well done. And here is the image for this month's caption. Put them in the comments below and we'll pick one. It's just for fun. So, as far as live cams are concerned, keep an eye on river cam, especially early evening from about 5 o'clock. That's when the otters have been arriving. Fox badger feeder cam, lots of activity there through the hours of darkness. The bird feeder, well, woodpeckers, nuthatch and members of the tit family, regular visitors there. Critter cam, lots of things going on in the nest box, and indeed, as the season progresses, we're going to be expanding the range of cameras. Don't forget too that we always have action at Gigrin Farm in mid-Wales on our kite cam. That's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the winter, 3 o'clock in the summer. And there's the Fox family cam in mid-London, which has been producing beautiful views of the foxes curling up during the course of the day and trotting around during the hours of darkness. I've got lots to share with you about our project here at Wild Meadows and our initiative to restore nature to the English landscape, but I'll talk to you more about that in another film. In the meantime, thanks for joining me, and I'll speak to you soon.